Hello guys and welcome back to Excel. So today we are going to do quantification of DNA damage and its effects on the cellular survival and mutagenesis. So पहले तो ये रहता है कि ना we need to find कि DNA डैमेज हुआ है सेल में, ठीक है। उसके बाद उसको क्वांटिफाई करना कि कितना DNA डैमेज हुआ है, इट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। एंड देन जब हमको पता चलता है कि हाँ इतना डीएनए आपका डैमेज हो गया है बिकॉज ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर म्यूटेशन, then we can understand its effects on the survival also, right? So today in this lecture we are going to discuss how to quantify the DNA damage and its effects on the cellular survival and the mutagenesis. So in order to study the DNA damage, repair and mutagenesis, researchers use assays to measure the DNA damage and its effects on the cells. The ability to measure DNA damage the ability to measure DNA damage seems challenging at first. How can one see what modification to DNA are present inside a cell? तो ये सब करने के लिए the scientists have already developed so many techniques to accomplish this. For example, researchers use antibodies against a specific type of DNA damage such as thymine dimer. तो हमने last class में पढ़ा था किस तरह से आपका if you have got the two consecutive thymine together, ठीक है, so there are chances that they might undergo formation of a thymine dimer जहाँ पे आपको एक cyclobutene structure बन जाता है. So they measure the level of thymine dimers in a sample of an isolated genomic DNA, similarly to the use of antibodies in measuring the protein levels in immunoblood analysis. ठीक है, so this is how one can actually measure the DNA damage. There are another assay, the COMET or the single cell gel electrophoresis assay. COMET assay, or it is also known as single cell gel electrophoresis assay. It detects the presence of single and double strand breaks as well as other types of damage in the DNA of individual cells through alterations in the migration pattern through the gel electrophoresis. ठीक है, so ये भी एक important assay हो गया है. This is also important. So damaged DNA shows a comet-like appearance as absorbed by the fluorescence microscopy. The ongoing development of new technologies promises to provide more accurate and specific methods for detecting DNA damage. Now, how do we measure the impact of the DNA damage on the cell viability? For a single cell organism like bacteria or yeast, the survival assay can be as simple as plating cells on a solid medium, and then you can actually compare the number of colony forms that was growing before treatment versus the untreatment cells. ठीक है, एक ये तरीका हो गया कि आप colony forming units count कर सकते हो. The relationship of killing to a DNA damage inducing agent or condition is determined by plotting the percent of surviving cells at each dose of DNA damage over a range of doses. तो guys इसमें कैसे रहेगा, आपके पास ग्राफ है, यहाँ पे आपने डोज इंक्रीज किया है, तो उस हिसाब से आप ये देखेंगे कि the effect of the DNA damaging effect on the survivability of the cells will change. ठीक है, a mutant in a pathway required to repair a specific type of damage produced by the treatment will show a lower percent survival than the wild type cells over the same range of treatments. A different approach is to measure the effect of DNA damaging agents on the viability of mammalian cells. So mammalian cells में कैसे है, we can also use fluorescence chain which can be used to distinguish between the living or dead cells. ठीक है, the percent of cells surviving as a function of treatment with DNA damage agent is measured by counting cells that have or have not been seen by the dye using fluorescent microscope. यानी कि for example we can use DAPI. तो DAPI क्या करता है, एक्चुअली आपके न्यूक्लियस को बाइंड करता है एंड गिव्स अ ब्लू कलर फ्लोरेसेंस. अगर सेल आपका मर गया है, ओके, इट इज नो लॉन्गर viable, then what happens, DAPI उसको स्टेन नहीं करेगा. So there you can also measure the absence of the fluorescence which will result in the giving the effect कि हाँ DNA डैमेज की वजह से आपका उतना फ्लोरेसेंस कम हो गया, यानी कि उतने सेल्स आपके अलाइव नहीं है. ठीक है, तो ये भी एक तरीका हो गया आपका यूज करने का. Now, quantitative studies of DNA damaging effects or conditions involve measurement of mutagenesis as well as cell survival. Similar to the arm cells, this is what we have discussed in the previous lecture. Mutagenesis assays may use measurement of the reversion of a specific mutation through the ability of mutant cells to grow on a solid medium lacking the required product या कोई particular gene. ठीक है? So mutagenesis assay may also involve forward mutations of a specific gene and a selective medium permitting the growth of only a mutant cells. Similar to survival assays, assays of mutagenesis involve treatment of the cells with the various doses of DNA damaging agent. The frequency of mutagenesis is determined from the percent of pivotands or the forward mutants as a function of the dose of the agent related to the cell survival. So guys, and there's also a MTT assays which we'll be discussing in the technique section. So यहाँ पे कैसे रहता है that you actually add certain dyes, ठीक है? So if suppose cells are viable, they will give you the purple color fluorescence. If it is not, it is not going to take that dye, right? So depending on that, जितना कम आपका कलर फ्लोरेसेंस आएगा उतना सेल्स आपके कम सरवाइव किए हैं, ठीक है? सो मोर द कलर मोर द सेल्स आर वाइबल, सिंपल एज दैट. So ये भी एक तरीका हो गया आपका पता करने का कि if you have got increased concentration of the mutagenesis agent, then how it is going to affect the survival of the particular cell. So guys, that's all for today. It was very simple topic like how to quantify the effect of the DNA damage on the survival of the cells. चाहे वो bacterial cell हो या mammalian cells, you can have the various assays. So you have got the survival assays, mutagenesis assays, etc. अगर कोई डाउट है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. And keep watching guys, this is going to help in completing the entire Watson summary series. So till then guys, take care.